Yeah, click her comment.
Okay. In 3.
Yay! It worked.
It worked. We are so good.
We are so good. How's everyone doing?
Thumbs up. Okay. So time's going to go really, really fast because Ariana's got an amazing story. For those of you, most of you know, Ariana is the story that they made the movie Full Out from. Some of you may not know quite extensively her background. She was a amazing level 9 gymnast coming up and really was on track to go level 10 elite and then hopefully make a charge for the Olympic team. And when she was 13, she got into a really, really bad car accident, which changed the trajectory of her life. So with that, I'm going to pass it to you, and if you could just give us a little bit of what that was like, where you were in your gymnastics, and then how you felt when you woke up, because you were in an induced coma for quite a while.
Yeah, so first of all, thanks Gotham for having me. Super excited to be here with you all. Excited to share my story. So like all of you guys, started out super young and was training since I was 3 years old, and the goal was always the Olympics and UCLA. Those were the goals. And when I was 14 years old, I was doing gymnastics in Orange County, living in San Diego. My mom was driving me an hour and a half both ways, up and back, so 3 hours in the car, 6 days a week for gymnastics. And, you know, I was 14, I was level 10. I was at that point testing for elite. I think I was about a month out of testing for elite, and my mom and I were driving back to Orange County, got hit from behind, and the rest is history. So I broke both of my legs. I had an emergency surgery in my femur, had a titanium rod put in my femur, broke my wrist, ribs, collarbone, both of my lungs collapsed. I was in an induced coma for a week and hospitalized for a month. So it was a lot, you know, for a 14-year-old. And, you know, my mom was in the accident too. So it was a lot for our family. Thankfully, we both came out okay. But, you know, I remember meeting with the doctors, and I thought I was going to have, I had already had 3 surgeries. I thought I was going to have 1 more surgery. And at that point in the doctor's office is when he said, I don't think you're going to be able to do gymnastics again. And for a 14-year-old who's worked for their dream since they were 3, being told that that dream isn't going to happen, I'm sure you guys can imagine how devastating that was to hear. And I just completely broke down. You know, I thought my life is over, my dreams, my goals are crushed. Now what? And, you know, I'm not one to wallow in self-pity or to think, why me? The next day it was like, okay, here's a challenge, bring it on. What's next? And, you know, I really started developing a passion for dance. And funny enough, you know, breakdancing has a component of gymnastics in it. And I was able to really put my passion and my energy into this new activity that I fell completely in love with. And, you know, I just started doing that. And, you know, I was on a hip hop dance team that was a lot older than me. I was 15 years old on this dance troupe. They were all 18 and over. I was this little young B girl coming in, and we got hired to dance in a gymnastics dance collaborative show at SeaWorld, where lo and behold, the head coach, or not the head coach, lo and behold, the choreographer of the show is Miss Val Kondos Field. So how crazy is that? And I'm dancing for her. I'm 15 years old. I'm like, oh my God, this is my idol, like my coach. I want her to be my coach. I want to be her gymnast at my dream university. And after 2 years of dancing in her show, I just walked up to her one night. It was the last night of rehearsal. And I literally just said, you know, Miss Val, it's been my dream to be your athlete, to be a part of your program. I don't know what I'm capable of doing. I've been through many surgeries. I haven't done gymnastics in a few years, but I will get into the gym tomorrow if you'll give me an opportunity to be a part of your program. And right then and there, without hesitation, she said, I've seen your work ethic with your choreographer, with your dance director. She was like, I would take you on just for that. And that changed the trajectory of my entire life. Walked onto the team. You know, when you get an opportunity like that, you have to seize it. And I wasn't just going to walk on the team and, you know, exhibition routines. I was going to make the most of it. And, you know, I ended up competing in the all around my freshman year and ended up 4th in the nation my last meet at the national championship. So pretty crazy.
Ariana, there is such a similarity between what you went through and what these young athletes are going through now, even though they haven't gotten in a car accident and all that. But you had your life derailed, and they have had what they feel like is their life derailed. And granted, gymnasts, we don't know how long this is going to last. We don't know when you're going to be able to get back into your gym and all that. But there's so many great things for you to learn right now from Ariana. One of them is that she chose to wake up the next day and not say, why me? Not have a pity party and not sit around and become a couch potato and have that pity party until something else presented itself. She jumped right in so that when she had something present itself, she was prepared. And that's something that she was able to do was dance. But what she said was, and this is super important, she asked me if she could walk on our team. She had not done gymnastics in 4 years. She didn't even know if she could flip. I didn't know if she could flip. And the whole reason I allowed her to walk on our team was because of her energy, her work, her enthusiasm. Every single thing that she brought to our rehearsals and to our performance, I wanted that energy on our team. And I even told her, I said, you're never going to compete. The best thing that you're going to do is do an exhibition floor routine with cartwheels. And she got this steely-eyed, and she's like, oh, heck no. Not only am I doing floor, I'm competing in the all-around. I was like, oh, yeah, you're cute. Really great. Okay, that's not happening. Yeah, it did. Her freshman year. Right?
You know, it's just so relatable. Like, even though it feels like the world has just gotten into a car accident, you know, as difficult as it was on me having to go through that realization, it's so comparable to now. It's like you're used to waking up, you're used to practicing, you're used to seeing your friends. There's so many activities throughout the day, and now you're stuck at home with your family trying to fill that day and not lose everything you've been working for, because essentially you're not able to go into the gym. You're not able to do the reps and the conditioning and how you are typically trained to do so. So now is the switch, you know? It's like, okay, so now what? Okay, I've been doing the same thing. I mean, I started a home workout with all my friends. I said, hey guys, who's in? Every day, 10 o'clock, call in to Zoom and we're gonna work out. And that's given me purpose, honestly. You know, I'm not a coach. I was never really a coach or a fitness coach, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna come up with a workout every day, which takes time and focus and energy, and then to lead everybody. It's like, I'm so excited every day to do that. And to learn how to cook. You know, my husband's probably so happy because I'm domesticated and I can cook meals. You know, I've never cooked in my life. It's the most I've ever cooked. So for each of you guys, this isn't end all be all. You don't need a bar, a beam, a floor, a vault in order to do gymnastics, right? You can as simple as sit on your floor, close your eyes, and do mental routines. Build up your mental strength. That's the main reason how I got through gymnastics at UCLA. I was able only to do a third of the reps as everybody else, but I got better because all I did every day was close my eyes, picture myself on every event perfectly. And I progressed and got better throughout my career.
This is a really, really, really important point that I want you all to hear from Ariana. She just said she was able to do a third of what everybody else did in the gym. That is not true. She was not even able to do a third. Let's go back to what she just told us. She had a rod in her leg, in her femur. So she had a rod. The rod was a little bit too long. And so when she would do gymnastics, it would shoot up the back of her leg, shoot up her hip. And she used to tell me it felt like fire shooting up her hip. So she hadn't done gymnastics in 4 years. And if the beam assignment that day for the athletes was 6 routines, whatever, Ariana would do 10 dance throughs and then maybe 1 routine. Then she competed every week. And we are not exaggerating at all. Don't you love seeing my husband crossing in the back?
I know. Love it. Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby. Say hi to the world. The interesting part about R was, and I still don't understand how powerful your mind must be, and I'm not exaggerating. Ariana Berlin got better every single time she competed. And I asked her about it one time, and she said, Miss Val, I have so few opportunities to do gymnastics that I'm not going to waste one of those. And I'm not going to waste one of them, especially in competition, thinking negative thoughts. So here she'd not competed, she'd not done gymnastics. She'd not flipped in 4 years. And she comes to UCLA and is just thrown in this. And she can't train even half as much as the rest of the team is, but she's getting better. And so how did that feel? And what was your mindset?
Like you said, I only had so many reps I could do. And given an opportunity to be on the UCLA gymnastics team was like, okay, well, I have to figure it out, right? If I can't do what everyone else is doing, like we are now, we're at home. We can't do what we're used to doing. So how can we flip that and cater it to ourselves to make sure that we're improving ourselves? So for me, that was doing the mental sets. Here, it's working out every single day. Typically during the week, I maybe work out twice a week. I have not taken one day off of working out in 12 days because I can. I have the time. I never have the time to do this. I'm in the office. I'm going out with friends. I'm doing all these, activities. You have the time now. Take advantage of it. I'm working on my cooking skills. You guys can be finding new passions that you have. You guys can be connecting. I challenge you actually to call up your friends, come up with a workout, come up with a schedule, FaceTime it, do it together, develop your own conditioning set, get on a line on your floor and do dance throughs, close your eyes, envision them. There's so many things you can do to get out of this as a better gymnast than you are today. And I am proven that you can do that. You don't have to physically be training in order to improve.
So
I
talk the power of your mind and the thoughts and what you said to yourself.
Yeah. So positive reinforcement is everything. And I'm sure all of you guys have felt this. You go on the beam and a negative thought slips in and it's like, you're going to fall, you're going to hurt yourself, this can happen, that could happen. All these scenarios pop in. How are you supposed to keep doing a perfect, great, successful routine when you're constantly being torn down? So what I would do before every routine, I would get ready, I take a deep breath, and I would literally say to myself so fast over and over and over again that a negative thought could not creep in whatsoever. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Like if you could replay my mind like on a soundtrack of what my beam routine is, that is all you would hear. Mixed with some cues like, push out your legs, point your toes, but basically you can do it. So that was so huge for me because I'm sure as you guys have tried before, you let a thought creep in and then it happens, right? Oh, I'm going to fall on this layout step out, and then you fall. Oh, weird. I wonder why you fell, because you thought you were going to fall. So it's really important to just, believe and keep, even if it's not true, believe it. I'm the best ever. I'm going to kill this routine. I'm going to do amazing. This is going to be the best routine ever, a 10.0. Why not?
Am I remembering correctly? Didn't your freshman year, didn't you hit 58 out of 58 routines?
I hit 50 out of 52.
Yeah, 50 out of, she fell, her freshman year competing in 16 meets, she fell twice. And she hadn't done gymnastics in 4 years. And I remember, Ariana, going up to you before beam and getting ready to give you your cues. And you look at me in the eye and you going, Miss Val, I got this. Okay, I'll shut up and go away then. And not really knowing that on balance beam, all she kept telling herself was, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it, I can do it. That power of her mind, think about it. She hit every routine except 2. competing in the all-around and competing for 16 meets. That's not because she had the training behind her. She didn't have the training behind her. She had the power of her mind. So how did it feel? How did you get past the pain? Because in the gym, okay, I don't know if you young gymnasts know this, but when you're in competition and you're excited, first of all, you could say I'm stressed. You're not stressed. You're excited. Your body goes through the same exact stuff it does when you're stressed out as when you're excited. So just tell yourself, I'm excited. Second of all, when that excitement kicks in, adrenaline kicks in. Adrenaline is a natural pain suppressant, but you don't have that adrenaline when you're training in the gym. So your body hurts more in the gym. How did you get through the little bit of training that you did do?
Yeah, it was tough because, you don't have that adrenaline when you're in the gym. So every event, every skill mattered. So I needed to know that I'm competing this weekend. And if I do a flick lay, or if I do a dismount, or if I do, a Jaeger, that I have only one in me. And if I fall on that, then I have to go into competition knowing that I've fallen on my only training that I was able to do this week. So I knew that in order for me to feel confident going into my meet on Sunday, that I needed to make these skills perfectly so that I knew that I could do it in a meet. It's not just a thing that, just how you practice is how you compete. Like that is fact. So if you're falling in the gym, you're falling in the competition floor. And so I needed to make sure that that wasn't going to happen, because I came in as a walk-on, I wasn't supposed to compete. I needed to prove that I was able to do that. And not being able to train, I needed to prove in the gym that you can count on me. And then I needed to prove on the competition floor that that's transferable. And it was.
So let's think about this, you guys. So the majority of Ariana's training when she got back into gymnastics was mental, okay? Was the most powerful muscle in her body, her brain. Because she was training 90% of the time mentally, she was only training good skills, excellence. She was only training excellent routines. Had she been training more physically, she probably, who knows, she may not have done quite as well, because she would have had more falls. But the important part of what I'm trying to tell you is training is about learning a skill. It's just like when you go from being a baby and you're crawling to standing up and walking. How many times do babies fall? They fall all the time. They fall far more times than they do taking steps. But they keep picking themselves up, brushing themselves off, and taking that extra step. That's what Ariana did. She didn't let herself just sit in after a fall. She picked herself up. And the fact that she did the majority of her training mentally and ended up being our most consistent gymnast that year, that's remarkable. I mean, at our awards banquet, she got the award for being that most consistent gymnast and having that grit and that champion, that heart of a champion. The correlation between what you're going through right now and what she went through is so perfectly blended.
I think to piggyback on that too, I said I worked out maybe a third of everyone else. So you could think, oh, so you only worked out 1 hour a day and everyone else worked out 3 hours? You could think that.
Right.
But I was mentally in the zone, focused, mentally training for the rest of those 2 hours with everybody else. It wasn't like I'm just gonna, I only have to do one series. I only have to do one dismount. Haha, everybody else, you have to do more. It wasn't that. It's almost harder to challenge yourself to do it mentally, because just as easy as negative thoughts can creep in, when you're trying to envision your routines perfectly, you can envision a fall, but then you have to start all over again. And you're training your mind to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 routines in a row perfectly without letting that negative thought creep in. And I think that's what also helps you stay on track with staying positive and how you're speaking to yourself.
So let's talk about some fun facts about the movie.
Okay.
What parts of the movie were not, first of all, the best parts of the movie were when you and I had our cameos.
For sure.
For sure.
That would mean you were great. You were actually a really good actress. Me? Woo! I would have cut myself if I was casting this movie. You were good. You got a career in this, Val.
Thanks, Sar.
Yeah.
What parts of the movie were not true? Because I get asked that all the time.
Okay, so the comeback story is there, right? The moral of the story, coming from behind and coming back and proving yourself, that is all fact, right? There were a lot of like fabricated stories. For example, like I didn't have a boyfriend. So that wasn't, I mean, I had a boyfriend, but it wasn't based on that boyfriend. And then my dance teacher it was my physical therapist wasn't the one that introduced me to dance, right? I met Val at SeaWorld, where this one was more streamlined of a storyline that just got me into a tryout with Val. But Val actually just offered me. I didn't even have to try out. And then the funny thing is people ask me, when you gave the speech at the end and then did the dance routine, is that part real? And it actually is like pretty much real. So I didn't give the whole speech, but my senior meet in Poly Pavilion, last time ever competing in Poly Pavilion, typically we have pre-meet or post-meet entertainment. And I wanted to be that. So I wanted my breakdancing crew, we're called World Famous, to close out Poly Pavilion on my last night performing there. And so I literally finished my last routine. I'm in my leotard. I rush off. I'm throwing on my baggy clothes over my leotard, rushing back out, and my whole troupe performed in like the best finish to a fairy tale.
Okay, so I'm going to turn the comments on now for you guys to ask Ariana some questions, and then as soon as we get through that in about 5-6 minutes, Ariana is going to take us through a little Oh, before we get into that
yeah.
I also want to share a little fun fact with all you guys that Ariana was a break dancer mainly. She did hip hop with her group, but she was a little B girl. And when she came to UCLA, she wanted a hip hop routine and she wanted a freestyle break dancing at the end of her floor routine. And I said, absolutely not, because judges are going to hate it. And Ariana, being Ariana, like when she gets something in her mind, if she wants to be the president of the United States, if she wants to get elected in the fall, she could do it. That's how powerful.
Wow, thanks, Val.
I'd vote for you. We have a lot of fun. What was I saying about your floor routine? So yeah. I told her, I said, judges don't like sloppy, and breakdancing isn't exactly clean and crisp. So if you're going to break dance, you've got to do it with really good form, straight legs. If your foot's supposed to be flexed, it has to be flexed. If it's pointed, it has to be pointed. It can't be in between because they will just rip you with your score. And I gotta hand it to you, Art. I mean, you really did a great job of bringing your passion for breakdancing, but cleaning it up so you could do it in a leotard and look good. And the last 16 counts of your floor routine was breakdancing. And I remember when you went to Florida and the house was packed and the SEC, which they normally really don't like the other team, they gave you a standing ovation and you brought them to your feet.
I mean, but that's unique to you, Val, Miss Val. I don't know who would allow a gymnast, once B-girl, come in and say, hey, I want to do a hip-hop B-girl routine. Let's collaborate. Like, that's on you. You allowed that to happen. And it's so funny because, I was a gymnast first, and then I was a B-girl, and then I was a gymnast again. So, being a gymnast to being a B-girl, you have to dirty up your gymnastics. You have to make it look bad in order to make breakdancing look good. So it was like, okay, I just trained my whole self to make gymnastics look dirty and bad so I could be a cool breakdancer. And now I've got to retrain all of that, and now I have to clean it up. So that was a fun roller coaster.
All right, I'm turning the comments on so that we can get some questions here before you take us into little 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hi, Tess.
I love it when they all say hi. I love all these comments. They're so cute.
I've never done this before, so this is really cool.
It's fun, huh?
Yeah.
I know.
Wait, can we do a little exercise?
Hmm?
Can we do a little exercise first with them? I have a little exercise.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, I want you to get on your keyboards, and I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and you're going to send me back your answers, okay? So pick one goal. What is your main goal coming out of quarantine? Send me that right now.
Ooh, that's a good one, R.
Hi, Linda. What are your goals, guys? Send me your goals. I think it's a little delayed.
It is a little delayed. That's okay.
Okay. So now, after you send me your goals, now send me one thing you're doing each day to get towards that goal.
To get my skill for level 9.
Okay, so I see giants on bars, mental blocks.
Oh. Have a better mindset.
Homework done.
Love that.
So be more mentally strong. Love this. Okay. These are so great. Now write me, what are you doing each day at home to work towards that goal that you just wrote me? Let's see what you got.
That's good. What are you doing to reach the goal?
One thing you are committing to every day to reach that goal.
Be more positive and confident. I love that.
You do tucks on your low beam. Good. Okay. Visualizing. That's great. Conditioning, flexibility. These are so good, you guys.
Wall push-ups. Love it.
Awesome workouts every day. You guys are on the right track.
Okay, I have a question. Because there's a lot of mental coming up here, which is so important. So when you go through a mental routine and it doesn't go well, what do you do? Tell me, what do you do when the mental routine is not going well? I guess the question is, do you beat yourself up or do you erase it and start all over again? Visualizing, conditioning dancers, complexes.
This is so great.
This is awesome.
What do? Do you guys repeat it? Do you have negative self-talk? How are you dealing with a poor mental routine? You try it again. You restart. Good.
I start over. Good.
Try to erase it.
I think one thing that's really important to do with mental routines, instead of restarting all the time, is practice when you do fall and you're doing your mental routine fall, practice what it's going to look like picking yourself back up and finishing the routine. Because a big part of being an athlete is knowing how to erase the past and start new with a positive, fresh mindset. Refresh. That's great. I love the word refresh. Someone just wrote that because it literally gets rid of all the negative and only leaves the positive. Restart. That's awesome. Erase it from my memory and start over again. That's great.
Love it.
That's great. Okay. So Ariana, Berlin, anybody have any questions? We're going to take one question about the movie if you want, or another question for Ariana, and then we're going to dance 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing is important. Let's see some questions.
Tips for scholarships getting recruited. That's for you, Val.
Okay, tips for scholarships getting recruited. It's as much as about your character, your mindset, your enthusiasm for life as it is your skills. And so if you have to identify your top 5 schools or top 10 schools, and you've got to be able to reach out to them once every 2 weeks or so with a positive, you've got to make me want you on my team regardless of your scores. And it all comes down to the whole reason why I let Ariana walk on the team. She showed up every single day and worked as hard, if not harder, as everyone else, but also brought this positive, fun, scrappy energy. And I literally told her, that's what I want. The only reason I'm letting you on my team is because that's what I want. Because I never, ever, ever, ever thought she would compete. Yeah, what do I know? But now's a great time to keep up with coaches. If you're in high school, just to write them. Say, I know you can't get back to me, just want you to know. Following you on social, would love to be a part of your team. That's it. Really short. Just stay in their brains. Stay on their computers. Stay in front of them.
I saw one that, what was your fondest memory at UCLA? and it's actually a good good lesson. It wasn't the brightest moment of my career. As Val said, you know, I was really consistent, and there were 2 times actually that I fell in very, very, very crucial competitions. Okay, so it was regional meet. So basically, the top 2 teams go through to nationals. So basically, if you kind of fall, you're not going to nationals. Like, that's how tight this is. So Miss Val comes up to me. I'm ready to go on beam. Are you ready? Are you ready? You got this? Yeah. I got this. Well, that time I didn't have it. So 2 years in a row at the regional meet, I fell on beam. Okay. And in college gymnastics, 6 go up, 5 scores count, so you can drop 1 score. I think the most powerful thing I learned that day, being a part of a team in college gymnastics, is that your team's got your back. You know, you can't be perfect. You know, as much as I was such a consistent contributor to the team, everyone has mistakes. Everyone falls down. It's how you pick yourself up, and it's how the support system around you picks you up. And I remember, I think it was you, Miss Val, I was like, you know what? Your team's got your back. And that was such a huge moment for me. And whenever I think back on my experience as a gymnast at UCLA, it may not be like, oh, I won this gold medal, or I won that medal, or I did this, or I did that. It was like, those are the moments that really stick with me and build my character. And it's how you deal with challenges. You know, you can choose to deal with it this way, you can choose to deal with that way, and that will then define what type of person you are.
And you know, right now, I know that a lot of the gyms, the girls are staying really tight and really close together. Don't wait to get back into the gym to get your teammates' backs. You can do that right now. It's like Ariana said she's doing with all her friends, just starting a workout in the morning. Whoever wants to join, they join. But right now, today, be that leader on your team. Be the best teammate you can be, and be that leader today. And scene. So,
and dance. Let's see how I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to have to use my computer. Let me set this up.
Okay. All right.
So everybody on your feet.
Everybody on your feet. I got to
see how we're going to do this. If I'm going to kick me out, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use my computer.
Gotham?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Give me a second. Okay.
So what Ariana does now is she's a producer for Fox Sports. And, dun, 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 she just found out yesterday that she's nominated for an Emmy. Go, Ariana. How cool is that?
Yeah, that was fun.
That's really cool.
So positive vibes out there that we win it, okay, everyone?
Positive vibes that she wins her first Emmy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Namaste.
Namaste.
Okay. So everybody up on your feet. I can't see you all, but I'm going to go off of how quickly Val picks it up, and then we'll go.
Oh, that's just mean. Okay.
Okay. So you're going to start with your leg up, and 1 and 2. Okay? So it's like you're sashaying. We all know how to sashay. Yeah? And 1 and 2. Then you're going to do your left leg. And 3 and 4. Okay? Again, 7, 8. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. One more time. 7, 8. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So just so you can have an idea, it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like you're kind of shuffling back and forth.
Are we all shuffling?
Are we shuffling? Let's see the comments. Hearts. Hey, hi, girls. Okay. So again, 6, 7, 8. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good. Let's do that one time fast. Ready? 8, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Give me an emoji, a thumbs up if you guys got it.
We're so good.
Yes, yep.
Yes.
We good? Yes, we're getting it? Okay, cool. So after we go in 1, 2, and 3, and 4, you're going to step forward with your right leg, and your left arm is going to go up. And then you're going to slide. Can you see this? You're going to slide it back. Boom. So you just stepped in front, and you're sliding it back together. Okay? So you just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the other side. Left leg in front, right arm up, 7, 8. Okay? So we just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time, we're going to put it together. Slow. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. One more time, just like that. Then we're going to do it. We're going to try it with music. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we're going to speed it up now. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time, just like that. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Val, music?
Yes.
Okay, let's try it. Can you hear the music?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Again. 5, 6,
Skylar.
7, 8. Oh, freestyle. Oh.
Did you like my freestyle?
I really did. Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
I
Should we
think
move on?
let's do this 2 more times. I think everybody needs to freestyle and figure out how they can film themselves and send it in. Because I'm feeling the groove.
Should we just do this 1 8 count and freestyle and that will be the end of it?
No, going.
Oh, keep going. Okay, let's do it one more time with music. 2 more times with music, and then I'll go on.
We gotta go.
What? We're going? Okay, let's go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Freestyle. 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 Get ready to do it one more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Okay, moving on. Next 8 count.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we just went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now we're going crisscross clap. Okay, so we just went 7, 8, crisscross clap to the left, and then crisscross clap to the right. Okay.
Feet.
So we went 5, 6, 7, 8, crisscross to the left, crisscross to the right.
I can't see your feet. I don't know if they can, but I can't see them.
Can you see now?
I don't know. Can you guys see her feet?
So a crisscross is going to be like this. If you can see my feet now, crisscross.
Oh, got it. Okay.
You'll
Okay.
clap, and then crisscross, and then you'll clap to the right.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So we just went 5, 6, 7, 8. Crisscross, clap to the left. Crisscross, clap to the right. Yeah,
I
Val?
feel so hip.
What?
I feel so hip.
You are very hip.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we just went the crisscross clap. Now you're going in, out, out, touch the ground, zip it up to the front. And that's it. And you guys can end it like whoop, or whoop, or whoop, okay?
Love it.
We just went crisscross clap, crisscross clap, in, out, out, touch the ground pose. Yeah?
Love it.
From the top with counts. 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Crisscross clap. Crisscross clap. In, out, out, down, pose. Yeah?
Yep.
Music?
Yep.
Do it.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So
That's it.
a little in the know. Ariana used to teach us all hip hop classes when she was on the team, and I used to take them, and I'm like, so not a hip hop dancer. And she said one time, you guys need to feel the flow. I thought she called me flow. I thought she said, you're so flow. So just so that you know, now, how many years later? 20 years later, Ariana calls me Flo. So I take that to heart. Thank you.
Literally every day I call her and I call her Flo. It's not like...
Flo. Yeah. Still hip because of you. Thank you so much. All right, you guys, go watch Full Out again because now you have the backside story for it. And just want to remind you that tomorrow, 2 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock here, Pacific time, we're going to have the great Kyla Ross come on and talk from her Olympic experience to being UCLA to being one of the most amazing gymnasts in the world, actually, and how she felt not being able to have her senior meet and an awards bank and all that other stuff. So see you tomorrow. But for right now, let's give Ariana a big thumbs up. And here we go. Everybody comments. Okay, get your comments. Type in I am. And then finish it with some really positive word like I am powerful, I am strong, I am beautiful, I am everything. And we're going to hit it on the count of 3. We're going to post, okay? Type it in. 1, 2, 3. Hit post. I am determined.
Yeah.
I love that. Thumbs up. I am pumped.
I like it. Miss Val, that was a good one. I like it.
I'm confident.
Yes.
Love it. Hi, Ricky in Pennsylvania. I'm confident.
I'm powerful. Jimmy! That's so funny.
All right, you guys. Hey, go choreograph the rest of your day today and make it amazing. Love you. Mwah.
Love you guys. Love you, Val. Bye.